To that end, I am joined now by the president and CEO of the California Retailers Association, Rachel Michelin. Thank you for being here today.
Thanks for having me.
Definitely. Stressful enough coming right up to the precipice of a rail strike happening last week, and then to be told it was averted and have some unions now saying not so fast. Quite an uncomfortable roller coaster ride, right?
Oh, absolutely. This time last week, it was fire drill. We were sending emails out to our members across the country. We were collaborating with other business associations throughout the state of California. I'm really trying to do everything we can to raise the awareness that we need to find a deal to this. We need to have some semblance of normalcy coming back to the supply chain. And unfortunately, there's a number of unions that have to ratify this deal, and we're already hearing there could be some cracks in that.
Estimates from the Association of American Railroads show that a full-fledged railroad strike could cost the economy $2 billion with a B dollars a day. How would you see that breaking down to losses in California? I'm sure since we're on the coast, a lot of what retailers need comes to us from ocean transport, but some still does come by rail.
Oh, absolutely. And remember, we were dealing, I think this time last year, you and I were talking about some of the issues we were having with the backup at the ports. How do you think the products get out of the ports? It's through rail lines. So, rail is an integral part of the supply chain, not just in California, but nationally. California, we still represent 40% of goods come through the ports of LA and Long Beach, get on rail, get taken out of the state to different ports of call throughout the nation. So it's going to have a huge impact. It's going to have a huge impact on California. But here's more importantly what we have to think about. The uncertainty continues to create this environment that, whether you're a retailer, you're a business, you're a medical supplier, whoever, we need to get a handle on the supply chain and the goods movement so that we can move forward. And it seems like every year we're dealing with another obstacle when it comes to the goods movement and supply chain, and we need leadership. We need leadership from our elected officials in California, from the governor, the Biden administration. We all need to get on the same page because at the end of the day, it's the consumers and particularly our small business owners who end up suffering from this.
So many issues. We know an actual strike could really hit the agricultural sector in terms of getting feed and supplies needed through freight lines, which in turn impacts your retailers who make wider sales of those goods to the public. What kind of discussions have you still been having with members about how to weather the situation? What are you saying? Because I'm sure your phone is ringing off the hook.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to figure out how to weather. Remember, in California, we also have a trucker shortage. So we're also dealing with AB5 and independent contracting and the impact that has on the trucking industry in California. So I'll be candid. I mean, for the first time, I'm all about strategy and trying to see around the corner. This is something, if we end up with a rail strike, I don't know how we get around it. And you're absolutely right on the ag portion. Rail takes feed to a lot of our agricultural farms throughout the state for our livestock. That's going to be impacted. That's going to increase costs on food prices. I mean, this is a disaster waiting to happen. And we really need someone to step in and get all these players to the table and figure out a solution to this. Because to your point, $2 billion a day is what a rail strike could cost. And who's going to end up paying for it at the end? It's going to be consumers, not only in California, but across the country.
Just such a frightening situation. Again, there's a call out to Congress. As you said, somebody has to step in. There's a call out to Congress to get involved and stop this potential strike once again. I believe a decision by the Machinists Union has been delayed until the 29th, whether or not they will strike. Has the California Retailers Association or the National Retail Federation or any other national partners been in discussions with Congress or with the unions to literally get this situation back up on the rails?
So we've both from the California Retailers Association perspective and then partnering with the National Retail Federation in Washington, D.C., we've been advocating. I've been advocating to our congressional delegation. Remember, California, we have the largest congressional delegation in the nation. I think they need to collectively get together. The Speaker of the House and the Minority Leader are both from where? California. I think they need to step in and they need to do something. We're doing everything we can. We're sending out call to actions. We're sending it to our retailers, large and small. We're asking them to send it to their consumers. We are really asking for help. And if Congress does not intervene, then it's going to fall on them to have to explain to consumers why they're going to be paying more on top of inflation for these consumer goods that won't get to the store shelves because of a rail strike.
All righty, definitely a complicated situation and one we're going to be checking back in on and checking back with you. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Great, thank you.